Hi everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And it's part B, or day 2, of Bugs in Our World. That's right, we're looking and learning all about insects. Now, Rainbow, I would guess that you're not a fan of insects. I kind of said that yesterday. I don't like them near my face or near my food. I think you would probably agree with me on that.
Yeah, in Taiwan, the kind that really scares me, cockroaches.
Oh, that's too bad because there are quite a few cockroaches in Taiwan.
So many.
Depending on where you live and how clean your home or your area is. Have you ever had a terrible cockroach experience that really made you not like these things?
Oh my God, terrible. Okay, so I'm in 6th grade.
Oh no, okay, here we go.
And this was the period of time where these bell bottoms, these jeans with open bottoms, they go
so
like
not
that.
like tight leggings,
Exactly.
big pants with
They go like
space
this.
for things to come up.
Yep. So those
no.
are really popular.
This is not gonna be
wearing
good.
those jeans.
Yeah.
So I was just studying, you know,
Okay.
doing my own thing.
Minding your own business.
Got up to get some water.
Okay.
Okay, so as I'm going to the water fountain, I'm getting water, I feel something right up in like my thigh area, which is weird, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, and you're walking
So
around. Yeah.
just like by feeling, I went to like shake my pants, and then a cockroach comes running up my pants and onto my hand, which I flicked off and screamed and then ran all the way for like 10 minutes back home.
That is not cool. Did you kill the cockroach?
No.
Did you tell the cockroach, don't do that?
I couldn't, I was too scared.
Oh
but I
my
think, you know, the
goodness.
cockroach was probably really scared of me too, because he probably didn't know he was getting into my pants. He probably just thought he was hanging out somewhere.
It probably seemed like a safe place to go. Who knows? He was scared of you and you were scared of him. Well, that was grade 6. Mine isn't quite, well, in grade 4, a moth flew into my underpants. I won't even tell you how that happened, but a moth flew into my underpants. It was not a good experience. So since then, moths, we're not friends. All right, guys, we're going to check out more Bugs in Our World in Part B, and Heidi and Simon are back to join us. Heidi and Simon are in her kitchen.
Do you smell that smell? It's really bad.
Yes. It smells like oil, and it's coming from around the sink.
It can't be oil because I don't throw it out in the sink.
All right, so Bugs in Our World, Part B, Day 2. Heidi and Simon, remember we're talking about some insects down by the pond, but it seems now they've changed location. So this is Heidi and Simon are in her kitchen. I guess they're gonna find insects in the kitchen, but that's not a place you wanna find insects because the kitchen is a room in your home. It's where you prepare food, where you keep food, where you cook your food, where your fridge is, where your stove is, where your sink is, where you do all your cooking and all that stuff. You're in the kitchen, but because it is a place where you keep food, it can be a place where we find insects, but hopefully not. Or hopefully only in the summer when it's warm. And if you find insects in there all year round, that might not be good.
That's
Anyways, so they're in the kitchen and Heidi notices something strange.
Do you smell that smell? It's really bad.
What is that?
Ew. Okay, so smelling is an action that you do with your nose. Touching is what you do with your hands. Smelling is what you do with your nose. When you take in the air of something around, that maybe it could be a nice smell, you know, you could be smelling perfume or fresh cooked food. You'd be like, wow, that smells good. Or you can recognize the smell of nature. It smells like the mountains. But of course, you can also smell something that's awful, like insects or something rotten or some poop. You're like, oh, that's a bad smell. So in that case, the smell is a noun. So the thing that is creating that air that comes to your nose, that is also the smell. So what is that smell, then that would be the noun of the thing that's creating the thing that you can take in through your nose. So I can smell a nice smell, or I can smell an awful smell. And here, Heidi is smelling something that smells very bad.
Yeah, the air that she's getting in her nose, it's sending this message to her brain of something not
good.
Not good. Of course, this is different from when you just take in air to stay alive. That's breathing. We're not just breathing air, you know, because we want to stay alive. We're getting that air to get information about something, which is the smell. So we smell to find out what it is. And this is not a good thing. This is a bad smell. So Simon, we can imagine him also doing that, maybe even making that noise, like he's really trying to get the air in to see what is it. And so he says, yeah, it smells like oil.
Ew.
And it's coming from around the sink.
Oh,
interesting. Yeah. Okay, well, if it was coming from around the stove, where you might cook with a frying pan, you might expect the smell of oil there. It really should be cleaner than that. But around the sink, that's a very strange place to smell oil. You might smell soap around the sink. That would make sense. But oil? Why does the sink smell like oil?
And Heidi's confused too. She says, it can't be oil because I don't throw it out in the sink. So some people have a habit of dumping the oil that they use after cooking into the sink, but that is horrible because it gets stuck there, and then all these other things get stuck there, and oil is not a good thing for the sink. So we talk here about the oil, which is the thing that you cook your food with. So we have many different types of oil. In Taiwan, people often cook with pork oil. A good type of oil to cook with is vegetable oil, and you can even use coconut oil or olive oil, and that's just something that gets your food crackling and your food gets a bit smooth. Like if you're frying something, you can use oil. You have a pan and you put oil inside of it, and then it makes the food cooked. So that's something that we use, but we don't want to put that in the sink because it gets stuck in there.
That's right, and it would have to be a lot of old oil to really smell like that.
For sure,
so that's a very strange thing. And as we mentioned this word sink, we're talking about the place where you do stuff with water in your kitchen. It's kind of like a bowl, a basin of some kind. It might be this deep or a little bit smaller, and water will go in, hot water, cold water. You wash your dishes in there. You can also have a sink in your bathroom where you wash your hands or where you brush your teeth. This, of course, is different from a bathtub or a shower. A sink is much smaller. And almost any bathroom you use, and certainly any kitchen that you go to, even the smallest little kitchen on an airplane, will have a little sink. And that's, of course, where you get water and where you can wash things, but not where you want to throw away your oil and not where you want to smell dirty smells like old oil. What is going on? We're going to find out after the break.
Okay, can I take a look under the sink?
Sure, but be careful. I have many things under there.
Uh-oh. I see lots of bug droppings, and they're not from beetles or ladybugs.
Oh no, are they from spiders? I don't like spiders.
No, it's worse. The droppings are from cockroaches.
All right, so something strange is going on in Heidi's house. They're in the kitchen, and they notice a really bad smell around the sink. Now, it's not the smell of old food or something you might expect to kind of find in your kitchen, a bad smell like that. It's the smell of oil, which is kind of weird and not good. So anyway, Simon is curious about this, and I get the feeling he might have an idea what's going on, because next he says, okay, right, they've realized this, they understand what's going on, and so he goes, okay, can I take a look under the sink? He seems to know where to go to maybe solve this mystery. He wants to look under the sink. And most people, you'll have some little doors there, a little cupboard there, and under the sink is where, of course, you could fix your sink, but also where you might keep soap and sponges and other stuff like that. So he's probably going to get down and open that and look inside under the sink.
Oh, Heidi says, sure, but be careful. I have many things under there.
Right.
I guess she has no idea either.
There's a lot of stuff under there in my house. house. There's some paint cans, maybe a plunger for
Yeah,
cleaning
yeah.
the sink,
Yeah.
all that kind of kitchen stuff. So yeah, be careful when you're down there, she tells them. When you're careful, you're doing things with a lot of care. You are full of care. Why are we being careful? Basically, so we don't make mistakes, so we don't have an accident.
We don't get hurt.
So something bad doesn't happen. Be careful when you're crossing a busy street. Be careful when you're doing your test. Make sure you answer all the questions and write your name at the top. You don't want to do silly things and have little accidents because you were not careful. All right, so be careful under there.
Simon's gonna find out.
He's gonna find out, and I think he finds the answer to the problem very quickly because right away, uh-oh, he says, and that is not a good sound. When someone says uh-oh, it means something bad has just happened or something bad is about to happen. Uh-oh, I just dropped my coffee cup and now there's coffee all over the floor. A bad thing has happened. I am expressing my disappointment. So why is he upset? Why is he worried about this? He says, I see lots of bug droppings and they're not from beetles or ladybugs. How would you know the difference, Simon? But the point is here, he sees lots of bug droppings. Now, when we say droppings, we are being very polite because we don't want to say poo-poo. So he sees poo-poo under the sink.
Yeah, so droppings are what comes out of your body when
Poo-poo.
you eat something.
Caca.
A lot of them.
Doo-doo.
Now, I would say these are for like smaller. Like we don't really call human poop is not droppings. They're like smaller. Like a small dog can leave, a lot of droppings, or like birds leave their droppings.
Bird droppings,
but like
hamster, mouse droppings.
yeah, like people don't really like leave things dropping around, but those
Right.
animals, they just kind of walk and poop at the same time.
Right.
So they're kind of like dropping their poop everywhere.
Yeah,
So.
and it's also just a polite way of talking about this. But you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Most of these smaller animals, we
Yeah.
might call their poo-poo droppings.
There's just little pieces everywhere.
Not elephant droppings.
No, they don't like the size of your head. So Heidi says, oh no, are they from spiders? I don't like spiders. I hope it's not spiders.
Yeah, where do spiders do their... Anyways, let's get back. Simon says, no, it's worse. No, it's
What?
not spiders.
How is it worse?
He's already identified that it's not beetles or ladybugs. It's worse than that. And we can probably guess, right? The droppings are from cockroaches.
Ew.
Now, why Simon is such an expert in bug droppings,
Ew.
I have no idea.
Disgusting.
Maybe he read a book one time or something, but he's identified them as cockroach droppings. And of course, if you find the droppings from the animal, you probably know the animal is nearby somewhere, right? So if it's mouse, rat, or cockroach droppings in your kitchen, you probably have mice, rats, or cockroaches in your kitchen. This is not a good thing. They will just have to do a big clean. Hopefully they'll find the cockroaches, or at least clean the area so the cockroaches go away and leave their droppings in someone else's kitchen. That would be nice. Thanks for joining us, guys. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you back here very, very soon. In fact, tomorrow for another part of our Bugs in Our World.
Bye.
Heidi and Simon are in her kitchen.
Do you smell that smell? It's really bad.
Yes. It smells like oil, and it's coming from around the sink.
It can't be oil because I don't throw it out in the sink.
Okay, can I take a look under the sink?
Sure, but be careful. I have many things under there.
Uh-oh. I see lots of bug droppings, and they're not from beetles or ladybugs.
Oh no, are they from spiders? I don't like spiders.
No, it's worse. The droppings are from cockroaches.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 kitchen 名词，厨房。I usually eat breakfast in the kitchen. 我通常在厨房吃早餐。下一个单字 smell 动词闻到、嗅到，它也可以当名词味道。我们先来看动词的用法。Can you smell something burning？ 你有闻到东西烧焦的味道吗？那我们来看名词的用法。Many people don't like the smell of garlic。很多人不喜欢大蒜的味道。Garlic 在这里是指大蒜。下一个单字 oil， 名词油。Vegetable oil is good for your health。植物油对你的健康有益。下一个单字 careful， 形容词小心的、谨慎的。Be careful when you use the knife。请小心使用刀子。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 ，it can't be 加名词，不可能是。助动词 can 在这里是可能的意思，它的后面必须要接动词原形。我们来看看这个对话的例子。Maybe the flowers are from your boyfriend。也许这些花是你男友送的。It can't be him because he is on a business trip in Tokyo。不可能是他，因为他在东京出差。下一个文法 throw out 丢掉、扔掉。throw 的三态是 throw, threw, thrown。我们来看看下面这个例句。I threw out some clothes yesterday。昨天我把一些衣服扔了。最后一个文法 take a look 看一看。look 在这里是名词，它的后面可以加上 at 再接受词。我们来看看这个句子 Something is wrong with my computer. Could you take a look at it? 我的电脑怪怪的，你能帮我看看吗？以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Taidong's great weather and clean environment are well known for growing medicinal herbs. Yuan Applied Botanical Garden was created to support these herbs. The garden areas include over 200 different types of medicinal herbs. The restaurant in the garden offers healthy organic hot pot meals. The garden's gift center also sells many different medicinal herb products. Yuan Applied Botanical Garden truly is the homeland of Taiwan medicinal herbs.
See you next time!